Okay, we zipped through the LDAP code pretty quick there, so now I want to go back and spend a second or two explaining the groups in the LDAP servers, the two different ones. So I reran the sample, the demo code, the tester twice, once on each server, and I short-circuited the delete user part. So right now I think we're in Apache DS. So if we look at the user, we see the object classes that he's in, and when we look back at the configuration file, we see we have the object classes that we're going to be adding the user to. Okay, so if you look at the add code, you'll see that we're using these to figure out which object classes. And when we do a search, we're finding all users that have an object class of person. So when you go here, you see all the users will have this object class. That's how we're searching for them. Okay. They also have, and when we insert them, we need to know these object classes to put them in, because that's where they are. So if you look again, you'll see it's a person, it's an iNet.org person, and on the AD side, we also have a user, an object class user. So these are required. Without that, the insert won't work. And there's also an organizational person. As far as the groups are concerned, Apache DS from the user side doesn't actually show you anything about group membership, where Active Directory actually does. It shows it in both places. In Apache DS, you're only going to see the group information actually in the group record itself. So when we created this user, we had a default group of seamen because we're using the English Navy guys from Apache DS to default sample data. So you see, when we added Raul to the Siemens group, what we did was we created a new another attribute called unique member and put his DN, his distinguished name, in it. Okay, and what this is called, it's called a multi-value attribute, because in this group record, the attribute unique member can occur for as many users as there are. So that's why when we do the user search, we can specify the user search, and we always look at the field that's in the group record, not what's in the user record, because that will work for both LDAP servers, not just one. Now if we switch this over now and take a look at Microsoft's flavor. Okay, let's switch over to the Atom LDAP server. Okay, you'll see now when we look at the user, Raul, you'll see that he has this member of. Okay, now if he was in 3 different groups, there'd be 3 different member of records here. So member of is also a multi-value attribute. However, if you go and look at the roles, he's in the reader's role. So you'll see there's other users in the reader's role. So this is similar to Apache in the sense that the group actually contains the DNs of all the users in that group. However, on Apache it's called member and not unique member. So that's how we're able to, again, have some common code that can search groups and insert users to groups, because we've added these extra attributes that can tell the code what to do. So we won't need separate pieces of code to add groups to different LDAP servers, when all we have to do is specify the right attributes in our properties here. Okay, so that was pretty short actually, so I just wanted to demonstrate and get a little bit more in depth over the groups and how we were able to get around having separate code for each one and use common code to do both. Okie dokie.